Hi, I'm Jean,
And I'm Diane.
and we are here to speak of issues that concern senior citizens. This is 2019, and Diane and I feel that we can talk about issues that concern senior citizens that most senior citizens are ashamed to speak of.
Are they afraid to
Or
talk
afraid,
about?
yes.
Most of them are afraid but me, I got balls.
Diane has balls, and I have issues. My issue right now is housing. I've been trying to get into a senior housing complex for the last year. I never knew it would take that there's a waiting list 2 to 5 years. I don't think that any senior citizens who have come down the trail from through the trenches that we've come through should have to wait 2 to 5 years to move into a senior citizens complex. What do you think, Diane?
Well, it depends, like with me, I'm in a Section 8 housing, and I came into being in this housing because when I moved to New York City, I was poor. I had no money. And I ended up going to the shelter. I went to the Brooklyn Women's Shelter. And because I got up every day, got dressed, I came here in 2010. And I got up every day, got dressed like I was going to look for a job. And on that 10th day in the shelter, my social worker, he stopped me and said, well, no, the ninth day, he told me, he said, look, could you stay home tomorrow? So, because we want to talk to you, the executive board wants to talk with you. And I told them, I said, okay. So I went and met with them at 2 o'clock that next evening, and they asked me some questions. I had moved here from LA, and they asked me, you want a ticket to go back to LA? I said, no, I came to New York to stay. And they said, well, we're going to move you out of here. So that's how I ended up on the Upper West Side.
Well, now, do you think that's typical?
If you
Yes or no, Diane?
No, that's not
Okay.
typical.
That
This
is not
is
typical.
this
Most senior citizens have to register and get their name on a list in order to get into a senior building.
but see, I was poor. I didn't have any income. I was looking for income. I was just 60 when that happened, and I wasn't eligible for Social Security or anything like that. I basically I was a hustler. I was looking. I knew how to do bookkeeping. I knew how to sew. I would get little jobs here and there, sewing and then I got bookkeeping, and then I ended up in the long run. I'm end up where I am now on the Upper West Side, which is a really nice neighborhood.
But as you and I both know, that careers has nothing to do with getting into a senior citizen building.
Well, it depends, because there were people in the transitional residence that I was in.
But that's different than a senior building.
No, I was in a transitional residence, and there were seniors there who were given places in senior buildings in Hell's Kitchen. And how they do this, I don't know, but because the waiting list for the place in Hell's Kitchen was 10 years. But the people from this program I was in, they got into the building. The only problem with them getting into the building is that their Social Security was taken over by, I guess,
The entire Social Security check was taken over by management.
yeah, by the management. This program, it was a program they were in. I say I'm not a program person. I'm independent. I don't do that kind of stuff. Even if I didn't have any money. I was a hustler, so I was hustling. But I had a good hustle. And then by the time I moved to where I am now, I pretty much could start making money and everything. I couldn't make any money where I was in a transitional, but I understand the way she feels. She makes a living, she has money, but she can't get into a place. at all.
because of the waiting list and the number of people on the waiting list. America has to realize that America is turning gray. You have more seniors than you do young people anyway. We outnumber them, so they're going to have to start making preparations to have us placed into senior buildings, not nursing homes, or independent living is just as well.
Well, if I could afford it, if I become a rich and famous actress,
And you will.
I think I might. I don't know. You never know. I would like to just move into
A loft.
a regular building or loft or something, and have a caretaker come in to check up on
And
me.
that would be ideal. No one wants to be dependent on the state.
Oh no, I don't
No
know.
one wants that. But after a while, with the rents going up the way they are, we have to have a place to go. And they don't have to necessarily be nursing home. What I want is to be independent. I love my freedom. I love being able to take care of myself
get
and
up
to
and
live
leave,
alone.
yeah.
Okay? I have a home. I own a house. I like to sell my house and move into a small. They call it downsizing now. I would love to downsize.
Mm-hmm.
So that is my issue for this week.
I don't know whether it's a solution, because it's the lists are there, and how do you get bypass everybody on the list to get in?
It is waiting your turn, and that can be years.
So what are you gonna do?
I'll just have to wait my turn.
So you have to keep your house.
And that is my issue.
You're gonna keep your house.
I have no other place to go but to stay in my house. And that is we're talking about issues. That is my issue. My issue is that I have to live in my house until I can move into a senior complex. And right now, the waiting list is from 2 to 5 years.
Well,
and
some places it's 10.
Well,
Yeah,
I'll stick. I feel more encouraged. Be of encouragement. I feel encouraged thinking that it's 2 to 5 years.
Have you ever thought about doing the lottery? Because sometimes those places come up like that.
I probably should consider that.
Consider the lottery.
I'm open.
Because you can afford it.
I'm open and I'm willing.
Yeah, you could afford the lottery.
Yes.
You know, you're not. You weren't poor like I was poor.
Well, they say that we're among the working poor. We're not poor, but among the working poor.
Yeah.
And that is my issue for this week. Thank you.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.